Hello everybody, it's that time again, retro game treasure time. Actually got this box a little bit earlier than I thought. I was supposed to get on the 26th, got it on the 21st. Very surprising. This is going to be a special video because I'm going to decide at the end whether or not I'm going to keep going with the retro game treasure service. You can see to my left and to my right the previous boxes I got. So this is box number 3 for August. The other two boxes were pretty good. There were some games in there didn't really care for and some games I really wanted. So it's kind of half and half. So this will be the deciding month whether or not I keep going. We've been pretty good so far. We've gotten 4 games every month. Now I made sure this month to take off PS3 games from my list. I checked it all throughout the month. And I've been really excited ever since I got this last night to open this up. It is still sealed. I have not broken the tape on this, so just as new as it is to you, it is to me as well. Everything, my reactions are going to be genuine on whatever I get in here. No idea what's in the box. So I did take off PS3 games. We're still looking for PS2, PS1, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy Color games if they're compatible with the Super Game Boy. And I think I threw Genesis in there as well. So the older stuff is what I'm looking for. Been getting some PS3 games though, but not this month. Alright, always first in the box we have this bubble wrap we have to get rid of. I'm going to feel around first, see what we got. And I can already tell we have a Genesis game, our first one for Retro Game Treasure. Very cool. We have an NES game. Alright, so one NES game, one Sega Genesis game. That's awesome. Maybe 2. Wait a minute. Now I'm confused. That feels like Sega Genesis. That doesn't feel like Sega Genesis, but it's small. Maybe another Famicom game. That would be awesome. So that's 3 retro games already, and I can feel like a PS2 or maybe a GameCube game on the bottom. So we got, it looks like we got 4 games again this month. Actually, wait. What is this? It feels like an NES game. No, Super Nintendo? Oh, I'm excited now. I haven't gotten a Genesis game or a Super Nintendo game yet, so this will be our first ones for this batch. Alright, so let's pull out what I think is a Genesis game. It is a Genesis game. Super Monaco GP. Did I say Monaco? Did I mean Monaco? I'm pretty sure I meant Monaco. I know nothing about this game. I have never played it. It's a racing game. It's an indie racing game. Don't really have any history with this whatsoever. I think I've heard of it. I don't think it's a bad game. And I did want racing games, so this is cool. I finally have a racing game on my Genesis. Not too bad. So our first one, Genesis Super Monaco GP. Alright, I want to give this a try and actually see what it's about. Alright, I'm going to move on to what I think is a Super Nintendo game. Guys, I'm really happy about this one. Killer Instinct. This is one of my favorite games on the system of all time. I used to borrow this game from my neighbor, just like a few other games. I actually think I bought it off him. I did. I bought it off my friend for like $10, and then who knows what happened to it after that. I had the strategy guide for this. I used to know everybody's ultra combos, linkers, everything. This is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And it's one of the few games on the Super Nintendo that comes in a cool different colored cartridge. This one is black. This one looks like it's in pretty good condition. You can tell it had a sticker on the front. We can take care of that. Label's a little scuffed up, but I don't care. It's freaking Killer Instinct. Only rated T for teen. That's kind of surprising. So really stupid happy about this one. Holy crap. Okay, now I'm going to take a look. I think this is a Famicom game. It is. Okay. Alright, it's very Japanese. I'm not sure if I can play this or not. How about active role-playing game, Hydlide? I didn't know it came in this weird white cream colored cartridge in Japan, so I'm not mad about that. I actually used to play Hydlide. Not a lot. I've rented it a couple times. I do like the game. Never beat it because it's hard. It is a difficult game. I don't know if there's any difference between the Famicom version and the NES version. And I don't know how English friendly this is. I did make a note that I only wanted English friendly games if they gave me import games. The label art is pretty cool too. I'll add it in the video here so you guys can get a better look at it. This actually says Hydlide Special. Was there a sequel in Japan that we didn't get over here? Again, I hope this is English friendly. We're going to have to find out, and I'll let you guys know. So pretty cool. This is our third Famicom game. I'm not upset about this one. And of course, the disc games at the bottom always have to be wedged in there. Alright, this feels sealed. Let's see what we got. We have a sealed PS2 game. Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. I know nothing about this game. I know the Siphon Filter games. The original Siphon Filter was pretty good. I played a little bit of it on the PlayStation Classic. At the bottom it says IGN's 2006 PSP Game of the Year. Oh, comes to the PlayStation 2 system. So this was originally a PSP game, and they ported it to PS2, and now apparently I have a factory sealed copy of it. Anybody play this one? Is it good or not? Let's find out more about Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. You are Precision Strike Operative Gabe Logan, commanding a black box U.S. agency that legally doesn't exist. While investigating the paramilitary group Red Section, Logan uncovers a project only known as Dark Mirror. To neutralize this latest threat to global security, Logan must infiltrate, recon, and execute decisively. So it's remastered for the PlayStation 2. 30 missions, multiple vision modes like, infrared and stuff like that. Close range combat. One player, rated T for teen. I mean, it doesn't look bad on the back, and the original Siphon Filter game was pretty good. I'm going to have to look this one up and see how well it is compared to the other ones. So here's everything we got this month. The big hitter, of course, is going to be Killer Instinct. Really happy about this one. I'm kind of interested in this highlight, too, to see if it's the original or maybe one that we didn't get over here. And again, as long as I can play it, then I'm okay with it. Siphon Filter, I don't know. It's kind of like when I got Rise to Honor. I'm not really mad or happy about that because I don't know how good of a game it is. And Monaco GP, we'll see about that one. I'm not big into the simulation racing type of games, but I do like racing altogether. So now I'm going to take a look at all the boxes that we got these past 3 months and weigh the pros and cons, see if this is something I want to continue with, if the value is there, and if I've enjoyed the service so far. In our first box, we got Crysis 2 and Borderlands 2 for PS3, Motor Mayhem for PS2, and TNC Surf Designs for the NES. Not a bad first box. I kind of realized after I got this one that I didn't really want PS3 games, so the fact that I got 2 in this box really isn't the fault of the company. I should have said at the beginning that I didn't want PS3 games, but it's not like those games are bad. They were sealed, Motor Mayhem was complete, and TNC Surf Designs was a game I put on my wish list. Total value for all games in this box, $29.16. Our second box in July had the Spanish version of Killzone 3, which again, I got on accident because I forgot to remove PS3 games from my wish list. Jet Li Rise to Honor for PS2 sealed, Driver for PS1, and the Famicom version of Super Mario Bros. 3. I didn't mention this in the video at the time, but Super Mario Bros. 3 and Driver were actually both on my wish list. Total value of this box was $42.07, a little bit more than what we paid for it. And of course our August box that we just went over with Siphon Filter Dark Mirror sealed for PS2, Super Monaco GP for Genesis, Highlight Special for Famicom, and Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo. After doing some research, Highlight Special is the same version of Highlight we got here in the States. It is completely English friendly, so I am happy with that game. And once again, they came through with giving me a game that was on my list with Killer Instinct. That is a game that I have wanted for a while. Total value for the August box came out to $28.66. And that Highlight Special price cracks me up. Once I took a look at all the games I got over the past 3 months, I divided them into 3 categories. Games I don't really care for, games I'm indifferent to, and the games I'm really happy about. For the games I don't really want, we have the PS3 games of Killzone 3, Crysis 2, and Borderlands 2. Although these are really good games, I'm not really looking for PS3 games, and again, this wasn't on Retro Game Treasure, this was more on my end for not being more specific in my picks. For the middle of the ground games, we have Jet Li Rise to Honor, Siphon Filter Dark Mirror, and Super Monaco GP. Rise to Honor looks like it could be a good game. Dark Mirror, I'm not so sure. It was ported from PSP, and sometimes the ports don't turn out so well when they move them from PSP to PS2. Super Monaco GP, I just wasn't expecting. I do like racing games, but it's simulation racing, so we'll see how it turns out. And for the games I like, we have Motor Mayhem PS2, Driver PS1, TNC for NES, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Highlight Special for the Famicom, and Killer Instinct for Super Nintendo. They did really good hitting me nostalgia-wise with Motor Mayhem and Driver. And of these 6 games, 4 of them I requested. Also, I'm always happy to get Famicom games. They just look so cool. So when you look at the games all together, you can see that the games I like completely outshadow the games that I didn't like or were indifferent to. By a 2-to-1 margin, I got games I enjoyed over the other categories. I think that's a pretty good ratio, and also since I specifically got games I asked for. So what's the final verdict? Well, overall, I'm not mad at all about the service. They gave me a lot of stuff I was really looking for, and really not too many things I don't care about. The monetary value is just about there, so it's only off by a few dollars. That doesn't really matter to me. My decision is that I'm going to continue, but not with Retro Game Treasures. Even though they've done a really good job, I want to give that one a break and try another service that a lot of you guys have recommended to me. It's called Video Games Monthly, and they have a few different options for their service. You can choose between 3, 4, 5, and 10 games a month. The 10 games a month package is $80. In comparison to Retro Game Treasure, you may only get 9 games for that amount. Also, on occasion, I believe they throw in 1 or 2 extra games every month. I happen to get 4 per box, so that's about 12 games over the course of 3 months. They also ship earlier, so you get your games earlier in the month than Retro Game Treasure. Something I noticed that was different with Video Games Monthly than Retro Game Treasure, though, is that you are very limited on giving them information on what you want. You can tell them what systems you want, and you can give them a list of games you already have so you don't get duplicates, but they don't allow you to specify what types of genre of game you want. So for instance, I don't like puzzle games, I don't like simulation sports games, don't like tactical games, things like that. I don't have any way to tell them I don't want those games, and they could send those to me. Whereas with Retro Game Treasure, they are very specific on asking you what type of game you want. So I'm going to stop Retro Game Treasures for now, give Video Games Monthly a try. I'm going to do their Power Pack, 10 games a month. And that's all I have for you guys. Make sure and leave me a comment down below what you thought about what I got this month. Do you like the picks I got? Do you think I'm still wasting my money on this stuff? How about the games that I got in the other months? Do you think this is still worth doing? And please tell me any stories you have about any of these games that I got. I really love hearing the stories about you playing these games when you were younger. So don't be afraid to share some of those with me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is the part of the video where I thank those users who support the channel through YouTube memberships and Patreon. Jordy Alex, John Westby, Rick67, Door, Travis Morton, Jason Hallbrooks, Geode, Mike Muniz, Sam Torres, Yaroslav Orudzov, Andre G, Den Cardoso, James Burkhart, Red Silvers, Craig Livesley, Lynn Mayer, Christopher Wills, and Batman.